What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Grind Fantasy official live stream for the 6-game NBA slate. Cannot wait to break it down, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. It is a 6-game slate, so we're up to a little bit of a late start, but don't worry, we don't have anybody to tell us that we're late because we start when we want. That's how it works around here. TJ, you ready to break down the slate?
Yes, Matt, those packs were added, just an FYI.
Yeah, I just saw that from Grant. Thank you, Grant. Shout out to Grant.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, let's go down the list. All right, right now we have pending injury news across the board, but we also have some solidified news. I said on the video this morning, I said there's no way DeMarcus Cousins plays tonight. Well, guess what? He's ruled out. So that's where the chalk's going to be. We're going to focus on that team here in a little bit. With Dallas, we have Porzingis, technically questionable, TJ. If he is held out, we already know where we're going there, so we will talk about that. Tyler Hero, also questionable. If he is ruled out, a lot of usage go around that Miami team. And that is it. So let's switch over. Let's talk about the Houston Rockets first, TJ. Rockets are without now DeMarcus Cousins, Christian Wood, Oladipo, and Exum. We got 3 usage monsters off the court, TJ. Where are we looking for Houston? We have a lot of bums on this team, so who's going to step up and fill that void for Oladipo and DeMarcus Cousins today?
Matt, I have a quick question before we
What's
start.
that?
Did you miss the PJ Tucker center days? Because they're back, baby.
Oh, they are back, and I cannot wait.
Tonight.
Yep.
We got no Christian Wood. We have no Boogie Cousins. So we have PJ Tucker running the 5, which is, I think, where he belongs, honestly. So super excited to see a $3,500 PJ Tucker against the Chicago Bigs. So that's going to be great, Matt. But yeah, with all those guys up the floor, like you alluded to, we got no Boogie. We have no Oladipo, obviously. We are without James Harden, who obviously got traded, and then no Boogie Cousins. Did I say Boogie already? Christian Wood, Boogie, Oladipo, and then Harden, obviously. So yeah, we're looking at John Wall, who gets a 3.2% usage bump, 1.24 fantasy points per minute, 35% total usage. We have him pegged for about 45 DraftKings points. So a lot of ownership going to John Wall in cash. Obviously love that. And then Eric Gordon's probably going to be my second favorite piece here. Actually, maybe my favorite piece at
I think he's my favorite too.
Projected 34 minutes, Matt. Gets a 3% usage bump, 1.24 fantasy point per minute. Same as Wall there. 28% total usage. So we have him pegged for 43.4 DraftKings points. So absolutely love John Wall. Absolutely love Eric Gordon and cash tonight. And then I think there's some decent cheap value here too. Sterling Brown at 4,100, probably going to come off the bench, gets a 1% usage bump. He's a 1 fantasy point per minute player. We have him pegged for 23.23 DraftKings points. So MJ number back to back. That's got to mean something good for Sterling Brown. And then PJ Tucker, Matt, getting the start at the 5, his natural born position at 6'5". He is a 1.2% usage bump, 0.65 fantasy points per minute. Have him pegged for 19.7 DraftKings points. He's carrying some ownership. I honestly don't hate him if you're landing there in cash.
Here we go.
But John Wall and Eric Gordon are my 2 favorite pieces. People are going to like Tate at 5,900. I don't hate it. But I think Sterling Brown and PJ Tucker offer some decent value.
All right, TJ. We're going to have to convince the chat because right now we're already receiving negativity. I wanted to put this in perspective right now, okay, TJ?
About what, PJ Tucker?
Yeah, about PJ Tucker and how he sucks. They don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't get the DFS picture about PJ Tucker. I was about to call him TJ Tucker.
No, don't get me wrong. No, PJ Tucker is absolutely
trash. Yeah, I completely agree with you. But
he's absolutely horrible.
But let's take this from another perspective, TJ. With PJ Tucker playing, he usually plays power forward, right, or center, or small forward, right? He plays in the corner. He shoots in the corner, right? With that automatic role given to him, he has a 9.5% usage rate and a 0.65 fantasy point per minute on the court. Okay, we convert those numbers, assuming he plays the power forward, over to our cheat sheet over here, TJ. And he's a 5.6 point per dollar value, projected at 30 minutes and a 3.5K price tag. But PJ Tucker has a completely different role today. Okay, he's playing the center. He physically has to get rebounds today. He physically is gifted some fantasy points today. It has to land in his hands. He has to exist today. You up that with his fantasy points per minute. I'd say it's a little bit closer to about 0.7, 0.75, 0.8 TJ. If I had to guess, fantasy point per minute wise, he should easily get to 20 points tonight. Should, okay, with his projected minutes. So I do like PJ Tucker tonight for the sole fact that he's playing that center role. It switches up his usage rate. It really has to.
Matt,
what's up?
I love it. There's stress test is coming at 7, so just so you know.
It's literally coming in 13 minutes, as we joked about today.
Yep.
Okay. How many are actually getting put out?
5,000.
5,000. That's not going to be fun.
So
all right.
Let's keep going.
Okay, we will go over to that once packs drop. But yeah, PJ Tucker is cash viable tonight, guys. Whether you like it or not, $3,500 does draw a good matchup against Chicago. Eric Gordon, yes, completely agree. Averaging 1.24 fantasy points per minute. TJ with the current injuries off the court, 33 projected minutes, 6.5 point per dollar value, and then also the Mr. Obvious choice here is going to be John Wall, averaging about the same fantasy points per minute, but he has the highest usage rate on the team, so all the usage has to go to John Wall tonight. 8K. I don't necessarily love him on their sheet, TJ, but I love him just because he has literally all the usage tonight. There's nobody else that can take his usage. It's not going to be PJ Tucker, and if it is going to go somewhere else, it's going to go to Eric Gordon at 6.5 point per dollar value. So absolutely love those guys for cash. I think you lock in those guys for cash. I think you can play all 3 of them. The rest of them are going to be GPP options, TJ. So just given the minutes, I think these are the most solidified minutes. And in terms of usage, that's where my thought process is here. All right.
Okay. I agree with you there.
Let's switch over to the next bit of chalk. Well, do you want to just go down the line?
I'd love to just talk about Chicago. This game in general, Matt. So we're looking at 2 teams that absolutely love to push the pace of the game. So Houston currently ranked 3rd in pace per game, and Chicago actually ranked 4th in pace per game. And then Houston and Chicago both so far this year aren't very good defensively, Matt. And on the other side of the ball with Chicago, like we're seeing some of these guys that aren't really carrying too much ownership, like Wendell Carter at 5,300 or Thad Young coming off the bench at 5,800. Like get some of these bigs in your lineups against Houston. Like they got PJ Tucker running the 5 and they have Daniel House running the 4. Like
Right.
Wendell Carter, I think, Matt, is going to be in an absolutely fantastic spot at 5,300. Doesn't necessarily translate or rate out too well on the sheet. He gets a 1.5% usage bump with no Marketing, no Hutchinson, and no Otto Porter. And he is a 0.98 fantasy point per minute. So we have him pegged for 28 DraftKings points. But again, I really like this matchup against a team that doesn't have Boogie, doesn't have Christian Wood, and they have Tucker running the 5. So I am going to be targeting, these Chicago bigs. I think, again, the matchup's fantastic. Also Levine, Matt, at 9,500. We still show him a little bit undervalued, projected 36 minutes, 3.8% usage bump with those guys off the floor, 1.43 fantasy point per minute, 35% total usage. So I do like Levine. Honestly, this might be a game that I feel really confident stacking. Because I really think this game has a really high potential to shoot out, especially with the pace that these two teams like to play at so far this year.
Yep, completely agree with everything you just said. It's an absolute. It should be a great matchup here for Chicago. Zach LaVine for GPPs. You didn't mention them for cash though, right? You think $9,500 is going to be a bit too much for you?
No, I'd rather go Wendell Carter at 15. I mean at 53. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's showing 19.3% ownership, so I don't mind him for cash. But yeah, I'm not going to reiterate everything you just said, TJ. I completely agree with everything you just said. The matchup makes so much sense there. Going down the line here, we have Memphis. TJ, Memphis is without a couple of injuries, and there's been a lot of debate in the comment section, in our YouTube comment section, to be specific, about Justice Winslow. So Justice Winslow got 22 minutes. We talked about this before, or right when he was coming back, TJ. I said he might be a good pump play just because he's a great player. He's probably one of the better players on this team. 35.3% usage rate in his very first game back. They just don't know about the minutes. 22 minutes. Are you buying into Justice Winslow if he actually does play those minutes at a 5.6 point per dollar value, TJ?
Yeah, kind of. Unfortunately, I think he is a pretty decent cheap option, Matt, at 3,600. And there's not much to go off except for the box score from last game. He took 14 shots against Phoenix in 21 minutes. He had a 34% total usage rate. He only shot 3 of 14, but he had 7 boards. Like, yeah, it looks like he's going to be an efficient piece for these Memphis Grizzlies off the bench. So I think you can go there, honestly. If he's going to play 22 minutes again, if he even takes 8 shots, like I feel like he can get you value. So yes, I am buying into Justice Winslow. Unfortunately, I would have liked him more if he was 3K, obviously, but at 3,600, I still think he's going to be cash viable as the last piece.
Yeah, was a starter there for a good part of his career there in Miami. So definitely has a talent, averaging historically 1 to 1.1 fantasy points per minute when he does play. So I think showing a 35.3% usage in his first game back, very good signs here for Justice Winslow. I think he is cash viable. I think if you're going for a stud and dud type of lineup tonight, I think you have to put him into your lineup, especially if you're playing Doncic on the other side of the ball. If Porzingis does indeed being ruled out here, definitely like him for cash, TJ. John Morant at 18% ownership, Valanciunas at 15.3% ownership, and Kyle Anderson at 6.2. Are you considering any one of these guys here for cash?
I mean, with no Dylan Brooks, Matt, they do look pretty viable in Ja and Val. Ja gets a 5% usage bump. He's a 1.22 fantasy point per minute, almost a 35% total usage. So we even pegged for 42.43 DraftKings points. So I think the ownership makes sense at 7,500, and a pretty good matchup against Dallas, where they're on the road. They are 5-point road dogs, so could be somewhat competitive. And then we have Val at 7,200. He actually gets a 3.3% usage bump with no Dylan Brooks on the floor. He's also averaging 1.39 fantasy points per minute, 26.4% total usage. We have him pegged for 41.64 DraftKings points. So I honestly do not mind Ja and Val if you're landing there in cash. But I think Justice Winslow is probably the better play of the three, just because he's a lot cheaper. It allows you to potentially get. I can't get away from Zach LaVine, I feel like, tonight at 9,500. I don't know why.
You keep going back there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I do like John. I do like Val for cash. If you're landing there, they're carrying ownership, and I think it makes sense in a good matchup against Dallas.
The highest over-under is actually from this game, TJ, but I think we're definitely going to have a lot more interest in the other side of the ball if Porzingis does get ruled out. We have to absolutely lock in Doncic, and I think he's a good play regardless. 11.4K, like I said, the highest over-under. They're projected at 119 points. Are you locking in Doncic as of right now in cash? Assuming Porzingis plays.
So that's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming Porzingis plays, I mean, it's such a good matchup against Matt. Like, they don't have anybody to cover Luka. 11.4 is a really steep price tag, but I do think it's something you can do, especially if you take Justice Winslow on the other side of the ball. If you go to PJ Tucker, Sterling Brown, like right there. That's 3 decent value plays. We haven't even talked about like Isaiah Roby as somewhat of a decent option. Maladin as well at
THT.
4,400, a little bit cheaper. Yeah, THT. So I think you can get to Luka tonight. I'd obviously love him way more if Porzingis sits, but I think he is a safe cash option, honestly, with or without Kristaps.
I think with the value opening up, I think the ownership completely reflects that. TJ is exactly what you just said. 21.1% ownership. Definitely don't hate him. Also, Hardaway at 4.4K. We do like shooters.
So
yeah, we like shooters and pace up spots here, and that's exactly what Hardaway is. So is he a consideration in cash as well?
He's so cheap, Matt. I mean, he was just 5,700 at the beginning of the month. Obviously that was most of that time was with, or some of it was with Jay Rich out. So that's why his price did kind of come up a little bit. Just keep in mind, we haven't seen these guys play in 8 days because of COVID reasons. So could be a little bit of a lackluster performance potentially out of the gate. But yeah, I do like Luka for cash. I don't know if I'm going to go to Tim Hardaway. I think I have some more interest in some of the cheaper Houston guys.
Yeah, I do too. I agree. I think Hardaway is cash viable though at 16.6% ownership. Another option here, Kleber, 4.3K, just doesn't do it for me fantasy point per minute wise. TJ, 28 minutes. Yeah, I guess you could slide them in there, but 12.1% just GPP play here for me from the rest of these guys. So let's move down the line here. We have Miami still pending that Hero news. If Hero is ruled out, yes, the obvious play is going to be Jimmy Butler. It's going to be also Nunn as well, Kendrick Nunn, 5.7K.
Porzingis just got ruled out.
Awesome. So let's go right back to Dallas and let's talk about them.
Put it in reverse, Terror.
Yep. Let's compute that.
Put it in reverse, Terror. If you guys don't know that video, then
no, I actually don't. So, are
you serious?
Yeah, I don't.
The firecrackers.
Nope.
The older man in the wheelchair, and they set off a firecracker.
Is this a viral video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And he's yelling at him. He's put it in reverse, Terry. And
it sounds familiar, actually. Should I look it up on stream or no?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. Well, 100%. let me compute first. It's just Porzingis, right?
Yeah, just Kristaps is out.
Okay. So Doncic has a 1.59 fantasy point per minute output and a 38% usage. 38% usage. Yeah, because he played there for a while without Porzingis. So.
All right, let's see here. So
Noah apparently knows it.
Yeah, so now you got to put it in reverse, there.
0.88.
So Luka, I mean, Luka doesn't do much. He doesn't move the needle.
Yeah, no, but it's still a pace up spot, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get off of him at all.
Now Kleber though, huh? Now that. We got some decisions to make.
Decisions. Let's see.
Not really.
So, like,
still
Brunson's
sucks, but
gonna get a little bit of a usage bump. Hardaway, obviously. Talking about Kleber. I don't know if Kleber's gonna get anything too crazy. Yeah, nothing too.
It's sad to see Richardson sucking now.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
Are you actually sad?
Yeah, I'm sad because I like Richardson. He's a cool guy. He's a cool cat.
Why? Okay. Are you foreshadowing?
Yes. Hopefully.
Okay.
They all suck.
So yeah, nothing really. Hardaway's kind of decent, honestly, and I feel like his minutes are gonna go up. Kleber, yeah, no one really tickles my fancy. Luka, obviously, and then Hardaway becomes a little bit of a more intriguing play. And depending on who's gonna start now for Porzingis, that's pretty big. Maybe they throw Kleber at center, put DFS at the 4, and then. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember
minutes
what
are gonna see a bump here. It's gonna be Kleber, right? Kleber.
Well, if Willie Cauley-Stein starts at 3,200,
yeah.
that would be really big. So if he becomes a starter and starts at the 5, so they keep Kleber at the 3.2, they put Willie Cauley-Stein. Yeah, he would become a really good play. So let's hypothetically put Willie Cauley-Stein at 22 minutes. I think that'd be pretty safe. He doesn't get a usage bump, but he's a 0.86 fantasy point per minute. So yeah, we'd have him pegged for 19 minutes if he played 22 total minutes. So if we look at Porzingis' last game off the floor, that was against Phoenix on January 3rd. And it looks like they started Willie Cauley-Stein and he played 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I think that was with a couple other injuries, right?
They started Tim Hardaway, Josh Richardson, James Johnson. Yeah, so it looks like DFS was who did they start? They started Hardaway, Josh Richardson, Luka, Willie Cauley-Stein, and DFS. So Nothing too crazy. It looks like Kleber was out. So, yeah, there was no Kleber and there was no Porzingis. So, yeah,
if he plays close to 25 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if he plays 22.
Yeah. I think, if he starts, he's going to be chalk. If he starts, he's going to be chalk, regardless. I don't care. If he's going to be playing 20-plus minutes. So, 3.2K. Looks like Willie Cauley-Stein is definitely going to be chalk. I think so.
Somebody already said, Juju already said he's starting.
Okay. He is starting. Okay.
They delayed it 15 minutes, just so you know. Okay, yeah, let me check.
Did they really?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything on Willie Cauley that he's starting. But yeah, let's see.
I haven't seen anything official. Let us know, chat, if Willie Cauley-Stein is officially starting. What are you looking at? The thing?
No, I'm trying to look at, see if he's starting. It just says Porzingis out. It does not say that. Willie Cauley-Stein. Unless a beat writer came out with it, but I didn't see anything.
Then let's move on. Let's speed up the stream a little bit here, TJ. We're on 7 o'clock, so I'm going to go to the more of the chalk here. We're going to go down to OKC. OKC is without Horford, TJ, so without Horford, that gives a bump here to Isaiah Roby. 26 projected minutes, 20.2% ownership. Are you looking anywhere else for OKC?
Yeah, Maladin's really cheap, man, at 4,400, and I think he allows you to get up for a guy like Luka tonight at 11.4, so I don't hate him at 3,300. The price tag's really cheap. Gets almost a 1% usage bump with no Al Horford and no George Hill on the floor. 0.73 fantasy point per minute, so nothing crazy, but the minutes are really good. So I don't hate him as a pump play. And yeah, you talked about Roby. He's a 1 fantasy point per minute, especially, and if he starts, he's going to carry ownership. We have him pegged for 26 DraftKings points, so I don't hate him. Price tag's a little high, but I can definitely see myself going there. SGA at 8,400 is definitely intriguing. Gets a 2% usage bump. He's a 1.27 fantasy point per minute, 30% total usage. So he honestly might be my favorite play, him and Maladin, but I also do like Isaiah Roby at 49.
Okay, gotcha.
I throw a lot of you?
Yeah, you did. But they are playing Miami, so that's the one thing that is scary. 212.5 over under, which is... It doesn't bode well for their upside, as we know. So I would probably just consider Roby in cash, TJ. I don't know if you agree with that, just given the matchup, because we have a really good matchup in the last team to talk about in terms of cash, which is the LA Lakers. They are without Schroeder and AD. So let's go all the way down to the very last game. They're playing Washington. Anybody playing Washington, you always target. Specifically the Lakers here with LeBron James. TJ, 43.9% ownership. He is the thumbnail. He's Mr. Obvious. You're going to be playing him in cash, correct? Oh, you are muted.
Oh, it's my controller.
There you go.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, LeBron James at 10.4. That's really cheap for LeBron James, especially against Washington. So I think he's going to jam it all tonight against the Wizards. I think, James is in a fantastic spot. Now, 2.3% usage bump with no AD, no Schroeder, 1.46 fantasy point per minute, almost a 35% total usage. So we have him pegged for 54 DraftKings points. And, considering they're playing the Wizards, this game stays competitive. LeBron goes for 60 plus. So I really like him. I like Kuz as a tournament play. And outside of those two guys, like Gasol's decent as a tournament play as well. KCP's really cheap at 3,900.
I like KCP
THT,
a lot,
like
actually.
you talked about. Yeah, THT showing some ownership too with 3,700. Man, I think this is a game where I want to take chances on those Lakers cheap guys like Wes Matthews, THT, KCP, Caruso, because I think those guys could all play a decent amount of minutes, especially if this game gets out of hand.
All right, I want to ask the chat a
But
poll.
Matt, Washington has been cruising.
Well, oh, you mean like as a team?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
4 straight wins, starting
sure.
with the Celtics. They've beaten the Nuggets. They beat the Trailblazers. Like,
okay, let me ask you guys this. Okay, I'm gonna stump the chat here real quick, guys. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to play one of these two guys in cash. Okay, hate to tell you, you're gonna have to play one of these two guys. You ready? It's gonna be PJ Tucker or Caldwell Pope. Okay, because you're gonna have to find some value somewhere. So let me ask you, chat, who are you playing? PJ Tucker or Caldwell Pope? And the reason I ask you is because you all hate PJ Tucker. So are you going to Caldwell Pope? Who are you going to? You going to THT? Let me ask you, because you guys are building.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
You're building. Okay, Willie Cauley-Stein, but you're also going to play another value play. So who are you playing? Okay. Let me just ask you that right now. Let's see. I want to see the poll come in here. So yeah, I think for cash, TJ, LeBron James, THT, and Caldwell Pope are all cash viable. And now, given that Willie Cauley-Stein's probably going to start, definitely going to be cash viable.
The KCP's raining, Matt.
Oh, wait.
You're getting roasted.
I'm getting roasted.
Sano said chips. Let's go.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of KCP's.
There's a
J3
lot of
coming in with Willie
KCPs.
Cauley. I love it.
So let me ask you this.
I love it.
So hold on. You guys are going to be playing a 0.52 fantasy point per minute guy over a 0.65 guy that's playing at the center position? Okay. That's fine. If you guys want to do that. You guys can hate on PJ Tucker all you want.
I'm going to say, guys, listen. We've given Matt a lot of shit lately, especially like with his Danny Green calls. We were all like, Danny Green came to play the last couple games. Like, PJ Tucker, guys. Someone said they're starting me. Let's go,
Johnny. I'm looking at the stats here. I mean, 0.52 compared to 0.65. Who's the better player? You tell me. I'm looking at the stats.
Nightbot going in on Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho's the man, too.
I know.
All right. That's fine. If you guys want to play Caldwell Pope, be my guest. No, I like Caldwell Pope, too. I like PJ Tucker and Caldwell Pope.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
Right. Let's bring it all together, TJ.
He won't come. He doesn't know come yet.
Let's bring it all together here.
He's humping his...
You ready?
Get it.
You ready, TJ? Are you listening?
My boy. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I am. Sorry,
okay.
Chips was humping.
Let's go ahead and give the cash core, since we never give the cash core at this point in the stream. So, yeah, we always forget. So, let's go ahead and start here. If you had to give a cash core right now, who are you playing?
I'm playing LeBron James. Man, my cough is brutal. I'm playing LeBron. I now want to get up and play Luka with no Porzingis, especially in that matchup against Memphis. So that's not going to leave me a lot of room, Matt. So from there, I'm going to go Eric Gordon. And then from there, Matt, I'm probably going to say... I'd probably say Maladin, honestly. I know you're going to say PJ Tucker. I'm going to say PJ. Let's say it. PJ Tucker. Let's do it. We'll do it together. PJ Tucker.
Okay. Yeah, no, PJ Tucker's going to be my cash log as well. I'm just pulling up something for the viewers here.
We go the extra mile.
And I highlighted,
Oh my
for
God,
all the
you're
youngins
such
in
a
here.
kid.
I'm not. I'm just, if you guys want to get disrespectful, that's fine. I can get disrespectful too. I need to mute this as I explain my cash core.
Yes, Zach.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're going to give the cash core here. So it's PJ Tucker. It's going to be LeBron James. Oh, let me just switch back real quick. Eric Gordon for me. And John Wall. Did you agree with? Did you say those exact four? Because those are the top
I didn't
four.
have Wall. I had
Okay.
LeBron and Luka. But I like John Wall. Yeah, I think there's guys. PJ Tucker sucks so bad, but he's so cheap and he's gonna get minutes and they need his size. They don't have anybody else. Like he just needs to get you 12 points, honestly. Like because it's allowing you to get. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about him. I'm not gonna talk about him. He sucks, but I'm playing him. So that's what it is. Don't play him. Play him. Losing viewers by the second. That's what Sino said. You really all right? No one wants to watch this. I promise.
Huh?
No one wants to watch this.
Yo, I'm sorry. 10 years ago, Matt. More like 7, 6.5. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not losing viewers. They're all still here. So that's cap. That's a lie. Okay.
That was snow capping?
Yeah, that was snow capping. All right, let's switch over to the Discord, TJ, and answer some questions here on YouTube.
Let's get it.
No, it's just that I always get so much stuff about Danny Green, and you youngins just forget how good Danny Green really was. He was.
Matt, you're only 19. Shut up. Stop acting like you're old.
I'm only 19. Yeah.
You watched those games when you were 7.
Pack drop, no joke. By the way, are packs dropping right now?
No, it's all delayed. You're good.
Okay,
we're good.
It's always delayed.
Yep.
Win packs.
They're not gonna come out. They're not gonna come out till like midnight probably.
All right. What do you think about Robert Covington for a last piece? I don't like Robert Covington tonight. I don't know what it is about Fantasy Cruncher, TJ, but he always rates very well in the actual projections. When we switch him, he averages 0.84 fantasy points per minute on the season, guys. Don't play Covington as a last piece, at least in cash.
I think he's been playing so good as of late, so I think that's where it's coming from, Matt. He's been giving them some really good minutes. So he's played 36 plus his last 4.
$6,500 though now.
Mm-hmm. Price tag's coming up, and rightfully so. I think that price tag suits him. I wouldn't go there in cash, but in tournaments, sure.
Yeah.
If you really want to, because he's gonna play a lot of minutes.
Yeah. I just don't think you play him in cash. 1.7% ownership. I don't think he's a horrible play. Also, how's this for a GPP lineup? CP3, Morant, Levine, Gordon, LeBron, Winslow, Rocco. Rocco. It's literally Rocco. I think you mean Rolo?
No, that's Robert Covington.
Oh, that is Robert Covington. Okay.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker and Wendell Carter Jr. There's a couple plays, iffy on CP3 being one of them, Robert Covington being the other. Yep. I like Covington. Small GBP, if Willie Cauley-Stein starts, do you prefer KCP, Wendell Carter, or Willie Cauley-Stein and Jordan Clarkson? I like Willie Cauley-Stein and Clarkson. I think in cash and small GBPs, Willie Cauley-Stein's going to be a must, honestly. He's going to be really close to my lock.
If Willie Cauley-Stein starts, that's where I want to go.
Yeah. PJ Tucker and KCP, I'm playing both. Yep, and I think that's viable. I really do think you can. KCP's in a great matchup. Same thing with Danny Green a couple nights ago when he was playing in that pace-up spot. You guys take shooters in pace-up spots. They're very safe. If they shoot poorly, well, then that sucks, okay? They're going to get plenty of volume shots. That's the point. So KCP in a very good matchup against the Washington Wizards. And TJ, that's all I have.
Yeah, okay. Somebody said, Sandman said, I feel like I'm old to talk music. Yeah, Matt has some really strange, dude. It's like I have a hair.
What is going on?
I've had my cough.
You've been dying
so bad.
lately.
It's like I have a hair stuck like halfway down my esophagus, and I just can't. It's always there. It sucks when I take a deep breath. Mike Muscala, Slate breaker. Okay, I don't hate it.
I like Mike Muscala. I really do. He's projected 24 minutes right now, so don't mind him.
All right, so Matt, I will have no Tucker tonight. Matt, I'll tell you who does love PJ Tucker tonight. If you had one guess out of anybody of these 240 lovely humans watching us, who do you think would say I love PJ Tucker with a ton of exclamation points?
Grant, because I saw.
Grant.
Sorry.
I love PJ Tucker tonight with 5 exclamation points.
Yeah, he would.
Friends don't let friends play PJ Tucker. He shoots bricks out.
We're not your friends. No, I'm kidding.
If Tucker beats me in DFS, so be it. I will never play that bomb. Matt's gonna get tilted. I don't know how much PJ Tucker I'll have.
I'm not tilted. I'm just trying to lead you guys to the promised land.
People talking about PJ Tucker Lakers. Hell no. Much rather keep fat. Easy Gasol, 0% Tucker. Okay, Porzingis out.
By the way, we got some ownership updates.
Oh, put it in reverse, Tara. Everybody knew that except for you, mate. You're trash. No brainer fade. Tucker, go ahead. Hit us with the ownership.
Okay, so Tim Hardaway just jumped a lot in ownership, TJ. So I can get behind that. 29.1% ownership. THT's up here at 23.5% ownership. And PJ Tucker actually dropped a little bit. So he's teetering on that line.
I think people might go to Willie Cauley-Stein. Yeah, I can get behind that Tim Hardaway, man. Yeah, he's going to be that second option. So 4,400, so cheap. It's so cheap for a shooter, and especially in that game against Memphis, the highest over/under that we have. So, I can agree with that Hardaway play. Honestly,
there's also a guy that's popped up the board that we didn't even mention. That's in a very good matchup, and then we've been talking about him all season long. Rudy Gobert, $7,400, 22.1% ownership, by the way. So, another option there.
Yep. What else do we have here, Matt Chu, in terms of questions? Thank you for the ownership update. I have a pimple on my nose, and I look like fucking Rudolph. Sano said, I'm not your buddy guy. Mustache hair. Myron, you like that? It ain't bad, right? Is Roby in play? Yeah, I don't hate Roby as a cash play if you're landing there, but if Willie Cauley-Stein's going to start at center, I think he's going to carry a lot of ownership because he is very cheap, and it's a pretty good matchup there for him against Memphis. Thoughts on the lineup? We got Luka, CP3, SGA, Gordon, LeBron, Winslow, Patrick Williams, Crowder, and Zeller. I don't hate that, Damian. That's a lot of studs for a FanDuel lineup, I feel like. You got Luka, CP3, SGA, Eric Gordon, LeBron. I like that. We got a cash lineup from Robert here. We have Luka, KCP, Winslow, PJ Tucker, Cauley-Stein, Maladin, The GOAT, and Levine. I like it. So you're rocking Luka, LeBron, and Levine. That's a studs and duds lineup, Robert. So I can get behind that. Matt, $4,300 forward for DK in tournaments. What do we like here at the $4,300 range for
43?
Tournaments? Yep. Forwards.
Tournaments, okay.
Yep. That's GPP'S. I would say
Kleber.
Tim Hardaway.
Kleber's up there too now. By the way, Kleber's projected at 30 minutes now.
Yeah, Kleber might not be bad. Sterling Brown, I don't hate.
DFS, what's he at?
In terms of his
price tag,
pricing?
Yeah.
I don't even know, honestly. I can't find him on here. He's 4,800.
That's a little too high. Okay, so KCP is my other one. He's still down there in ownership, 14.3% ownership. So
I'd say Sterling Brown or Kleber. I kind of like those guys for tournament. We got a GPP lineup from Liam. We have Luka, KCP, LeBron, PJ Tucker, Maxey, Kleber, Levine, and Winslow. I don't hate it, Liam. I don't hate it. I think you're in the right direction. Liam's got the same line as Robert, like that. People I like cheese guy boom, always in here. Excuse me, PP I like cheese guy boom. He's got Wall, Rozier, Butler, Roby, Carter Jr., Nunn, PJ Tucker, and KCP if Hero gets ruled out. If that's for tournaments, yeah, I know it's going to be a big tournament for you. Yeah, you're gonna have Rozier at low ownership because of the price tag. Butler at low ownership. I'm assuming you're basing that if Hero's out because you have Nunn in there as well. So I like that for tournaments if Hero's out.
Got some more
Any
questions.
love for Trez? Go ahead, Matt.
Got some more questions here. FanDuel, single entry, Doncic, Nunn, Levine, Gordon, LeBron, Derek Jones, Crowder, Roby, Carly Stein. Nunn is a big question mark right now if Jimmy Butler is ruled out. That's the only, not Jimmy Butler. Well, if he is ruled out, I obviously love Nunn as well. Now, if Tyler Hero is ruled out, then I obviously love Nunn. But without that, no, definitely don't have any interest there with Nunn.
You got Nunn?
I got none. Last piece, power forward, $4,500. You guys are all in that range. There's a lot of options, actually. So 45, yeah. Again, Maxi Kleber, power forward. Yep.
Power forward.
Yeah, okay, I do like Kleber. If you guys land on Kleber as the last spot, definitely don't hate that. Honestly.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. I was looking for more power forward. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good.
No, that's it.
A lot of questions on Trez. Yeah, I think he could give them some good minutes tonight off the bench, especially against a pretty weak front court in Washington. So I do like him in tournaments at 4,800, especially if this game blows out. Like he could play, 28-ish minutes. So I do like Trez there at 5,800 for tournaments. What's a good power forward to use? A cheap one. Okay, so yeah, Matt, a lot of people having somewhat of a similar build here, looking for a cheap power forward. So we've talked about that. So that's good. Anybody like Muscala over Roby for tournaments? I think you can do there. You can do there. I think you can go there, Matt. I can't talk. It's like the hair is just stuck in my mouth.
Yeah, that hair is. There you go. Get it all out there. Get it out. TJ, you look like an idiot with your glasses.
I know.
Just letting you know. All right,
dude. It's like I got a hairball. It's Chips. Yeah,
it probably is Chips hairball.
Little shit. Come here. I love you.
Oh, we just got an update. Hold on, let me check something.
Josh Richardson going through pregame warmups remains probable.
Okay,
that's good to know. We got. Do you think Bertans is a decent play in a shootout type game? Yes, I do for tournaments. Yep. 5,400. I didn't know he was. Although I thought he was still in that high 4K range. I guess he got the bump after the lights out 3-point contest.
I think it just been completely postponed
against Denver. Say it again.
I think it was just postponed completely.
What?
The drop.
I don't think so.
I do think so. I think I just saw it on Twitter.
All right. Well, it said that it got postponed because of the login issue. But focus, Matthew. How many minutes do we have Justice Winslow playing? 22.
Yep.
Matt, can you answer some of these, dude? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Last piece in cash, $5,600 or lower. Wendell Carter is a good option. Josh Richardson is another good option. Isaiah Roby, that's 56 though. Man, you have a lot of salary to play with there. Yeah, there's not too many. I would change around your lineup if you have that many. All right, let's look at some more questions. Bam with 2 emoji eyes. So let's take a look at Bam. Bam's in a good matchup. I will give him that. $8,800 though, just GPP. I would not consider him in cash. Yo, Matt, you good? Yeah, why wouldn't I be good? DK Cash, Wall, KCP, James, Roby, Willie Cauley-Stein, Hardaway, Luka, THT, Hardaway. Ooh, I really like that lineup. That might be the chalk lineup, honestly. Or close to it. I think KCP is going to be a little bit lower owned now, but I do like him in cash. All right, tourney lineup. Westbrook, Hardaway, LeBron, Roby, Wendell Carter, John Wall, Winslow, Kalk. It's Carly Stein. Yeah, don't mind that for cash as well. That's tourney? No, yo, I like that for tourney. It's Westbrook. Yeah, it says Kalk Stein.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Kalk Stein. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalky Stein. Zach's got it. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I think. Jay Rich hit might miss. He's probably
super draft. Talk, I need to get to that. Yep.
I can't talk. Who's a good pay down in the 35 to 3,800 range? PJ Tucker, unfortunately. THT's in that range. Justice Winslow. Those are the guys that I would be honing in on. I don't hate Anthony Simons either. Wes Matthews, I think he'll get some minutes. So I think that's actually a decent range, honestly, that $3,500 to $3,800. And if you want to take a chance on Muscala, I don't hate it there. Favorite center plays. If Willie Cauley-Stein starts, I do like him. I do like PJ Tucker. It's tough to get away from him, unfortunately. I know a lot of you aren't going to play him. I don't blame you in the slightest, but I don't hate him. They have Willie Cauley right now at 25 minutes. So if he starts, I like him. PJ Tucker, like I said, and Isaiah Roby, probably my
Got
three
some super
favorite
draft sleepers.
cash plays. Go, Matt, hit it.
All right, you guys ready for this? First of all, if you haven't signed up for Super Draft, hit that link below. 50% match up to $500. You kidding me? $500 free dollars for playing Super Draft. By just clicking on the link, just go do it. Go do it now. Why does Russell Westbrook have a 1.35 multiplier against the Lakers? Very competitive. Doesn't make any sense. Love Russell Westbrook over there in Super Draft with a multiplier of 1.35. Damian Lillard has a multiplier of 1.2. Doncic, we've already talked about many times, doesn't have a multiplier, but he's in a very good matchup. LeBron James does have a multiplier. Don't get that. 1.1 times multiplier. Terry Rozier has a multiplier of 1.55. The way he's been playing, that's crazy. So love
Against
that
Utah,
multiplier.
though, so.
It is against Utah, but again, 1.55 TJ, that's getting up there. And then last but not least, Bradley Beal has a multiplier of 1.25 against the Lakers. So I love Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal against the Lakers. It's supposed to be the other way around. We like the other side of the ball, which we do, but these guys have multipliers on them. That's crazy. So love all those plays for Super Draft.
I like it, Matt.
Yeah.
I do like it. Let's see what else here. Is Jimmy Butler going to be cash viable? No, not tonight. But I mean, at 9,200, if Hero's out, then yeah, he's a lot better. A lot more of an intriguing play. Even, Dragic, Avery Bradley out. He's been playing really good, but I don't think he's going to carry ownership tonight in cash. We got a DK lineup from Mark. He's got Luka, Gordon, Winslow, Tucker, Wendell Carter, LeBron, Hardaway, and Roby. He's got two lineups. Or Luka, Gordon, Winslow, Roby instead of Tucker. So it's what's the difference there? So it's basically Roby or Hardaway? No, it's Roby or God, Mark, my brain's broken. Luka and Gordon, Winslow and Roby, Winslow and Tucker, Carter and LeBron, Hardaway and Roby, Hardaway and THT. So you got where's it's the same exact lineup.
Did he break your brain?
Dude, yeah, what the fuck? Oh God. Luka, Gordon, Winslow. He's got Tucker in his top line, and then he has so it's Tucker or THT. I gotcha. You could have just said Tucker or THT. Come on, Mark. You just wasted everybody's. Oh,
I think you should have just cut straight to it.
Yeah, I know. I should have gave up. Okay, so Mark, Tucker or THT? Give me Tucker, unfortunately, but I like both.
I like both of them as well.
God, all that for that. God, Mark, you just broke my goddamn brain. Bam in tournaments, yes. Tucker on the starting five. Yep. Levine or Beal? I like Levine tonight. When did Ray Charles take over DGF? Yes, he has been here for a little bit now. $5,300 in util, Matt.
What?
It's because you have like 19 glasses on because you're an asshat. 5,300. I do not like that landing spot, honestly. Isaiah Roby probably at 4,900. Patrick Williams is a decent play, also at 5,100. Good matchup. So I think Patrick Williams would probably be. Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter or Patrick Williams.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see him. Because of my glasses.
Mark goes, I'm an idiot. Yeah. I didn't even realize I did that. I'm so sorry.
No, Mark, you're good. You broke my goddamn brain, though. Nunn or Clarkson or Conley for tournaments. I obviously like Nunn if Hero's out. But give me Nunn anyways.
Give you nothing
I want Nunn.
Or none?
No, I want Nunn. I want Nunn in that.
Okay.
DK Cash. We got Luka, Hardaway, LeBron, Tucker, Willie Cauley-Stein, Wall, THT, Carter Jr. I like it, Vinny. Max's cash lineup. He's got Luka, Eric Gordon, LeBron, Willie Cauley-Stein, Tucker, KCP, Winslow, and Morant. I like that, Max. Brian's got Luka, Dame, Levine, Pope, KCP. Pope,
Tyler
LeBron,
Winslow is out.
Shitballs. Okay.
All right. Well, we got it right before the stream ended, so that's fun.
Wow. Thank God you sold his. All right. We'll do these values quick, and then we'll do the values, and then we'll
I
dip
Butler tonight, TJ. I bought Butler. You know that, right?
I'm gonna go buy Kendrick Nunn.
That he's very expensive. Just FYI, I looked into that earlier.
Okay. So we have no Avery Bradley, we have no Hero, and we have no Goran Dragic. Tyler, we'll be seeing you, buddy. All right, let's see.
This is gonna suck because it's such a low pace game, and we're gonna be over here recommending the entire Miami Heat team.
No, Hero's trash. It's a lot better when Jimmy's out.
Yeah.
So 35-35. Who is going to step up and play more minutes? Because we already have all these projected pretty high in terms of minutes. So Miami against OKC. Probably Gabe Vincent's gonna enter the equation, I would assume, a little bit here. I'm gonna put him at, so he's 3,200. I'm gonna put him at 22 minutes. I'm gonna put Kendrick Nunn up to 36. I'm gonna put Jimmy to 36. I'm gonna put Duncan to 34, and that's what I'm gonna leave that at for now.
You have Duncan at 34. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, honestly, he probably plays a little bit more, but I think if so, Jimmy gets a 1.3%. Bam doesn't get a use. Kendrick Nunn gets a 1.7% usage bump. Duncan gets a 0.08. Kelly O, 2% usage bump, and then Gabe Vincent gets 1.5. We have Jimmy at 1.34, 28.3% total usage. We have Bam at 1.2, 25.1. We have Kendrick Nunn at 0.9, 23.6. We have Duncan Robinson at 0.75, 17.2. We have Kelly O at 0.82, 19.2. And then we have Vincent at 0.59. So yeah, nothing really changes, honestly. I think it just...
How many minutes do you have Vincent at?
I put him at 22.
Okay. Yeah, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, I think
Don't
it just makes me
overreact
like
to
Nunn a little bit more. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't overreact too much. I mean, it's not a guy coming off the bench. So I think Kendrick plays a couple more minutes. I think Jimmy plays a couple more minutes. So I do like Butler if you're landing there.
Yeah.
I probably still wouldn't go there in cash. And it does a little bit more interest in Kendrick Nunn.
I completely agree with
But
everything
nothing,
you just said.
nothing too crazy.
And
the lineup's not changing.
And
so.
you add the 213 over under, and there's no reason why you guys should go to the value here in Miami over somebody like the Lakers, Houston, and then Willie Cauley-Stein in Dallas. So I'm glad that we got that over with. Nothing drastic changed to the slate. Do you like GPP options though from Miami, TJ? I think we can end it there. I think we answered all the questions. Your core doesn't change, obviously, right?
No, Vincent's also a game time decision too. He's he's good to go.
Okay. LeBron James, John Wall, and now Tim Hardaway is up there in ownership. Same thing with THT and Doncic. I think Eric Gordon's a great play. PJ Tucker's a great play. I think Kleber is even cash viable. And that's all I will say about that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys in the Discord. With all that being said, let's cash.
Good luck, guys.